Hey sisters, you know I'm already coming to you with those relatable topics, and by the looks of the title, you already know what we're gonna get into. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so bow. I hope you guys are feeling amazing today because you are amazing, okay? Honey, let me tell you this. You are undefeated as long as you wake up another day because we all have the same 24 hours as Beyonce, and can't nobody tell me that she hasn't had days filled with obstacles. She's tired. She just wants to give up. Her life is a mess behind the scenes. Can't nobody tell me, okay? It's just that some of us, we wear our stress well. We make it look good. And others, you know, they wear their heart on their sleeve. So you wake up and just by the look on your face, everybody could tell that you're going through hell. And after this video, you're gonna know how to get through it, girl. Alright? I promise you that. I really need to get going. I'm like on a tight schedule nowadays. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to go on a lunch date, guys. Like, I'm low-key excited, but then the other half of me is just like, I don't know. You know, it was one of those situations like high and by, like you're walking by and just like, hey, all right, keep it moving, please. But he didn't. He actually did a 360 and was like, ooh, you know, I like what I see. Can I get your number? Maybe I could take you out to eat, get to know you better. And I was like, okay. So we're gonna get ready for my little lunch date. And we're gonna chat, girl, because I don't like what I see. Oh my gosh, I should not be drinking cereal before I go out on a date. Like, that is not cute. Milk always leaves my stomach bloated. I don't want to be walking up looking pregnant, but I think my outfit is gonna take care of all of that. So, anywho, listen. Stress is undefeatable. No matter what you do, stress is gonna be there, okay? You can't just like be in a sulky mood all the time, because no matter what you do, you're gonna wake up tomorrow to the same problems unless you do something about it, or unless you have somebody around you that loves you enough to try to solve your problems so that you can breathe. But other than that, don't dwell on anything that is not bettering you. Stress cannot better you. Stress can only tear you down, mind, body, and soul. And it's one of those things that it just creeps up on you. Trust me, I've been there. It creeps up on you, and one day you're just gonna like be a total wreck and not even realize it. And I don't want that for my sisters out there, okay? We are on our shit this year, okay? There's no looking back. No looking back. As a matter of fact, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Follow, share on my social media, because we're gonna do this thing together, okay? I'm gonna prove to you guys that you can bounce back from whatever, with whoever, whenever you choose, okay? Because society has decided that when you hit a certain age and you got a certain amount of kids and you know you have a certain amount of past, certain type of past, that you somehow are bound to it and you can't reinvent your life and you are just like screwed. No, that is not true. Not true. Okay, not true. So as I get cute for this date, actually I'm gonna do my hair last. As I get cute for this date, I'm gonna let you guys know some pointers that I use to make sure that I don't stay down and out. Yeah, I may sulk. Those that really know me, I sulk. Like you could see it on my face. But I push through. Like I always got my game face on. Like, all right, what's next? What do we gotta do? What's the task at hand? And literally, girl, if you gotta wait till late at night when everybody is asleep to let a couple tears down, do that. But don't ever promise me from this day forward you will never give nobody the luxury or the authority to make you feel defeated and they could see that defeat on you. Cause nobody is like, how dare you? Like, who do you think you are, really? That you think that you could make me feel defeated, that you think that you could take some type of opportunity away from me, that you think that you could alter my life just because you feel like it. You got another thing coming. You got nothing coming. And if you are a believer like I am, I believe in God. God has definitely done rescued me through some things, okay? And my whole YouTube channel, if you scroll all the way right back to day one, this YouTube channel is my testimony within itself, and it glorifies God within himself and all his miracles that he's done in my life. Because trust me, the people around me would just like condemn me, judge me, you know. They thought that they left me for dead, and then they do a 360 and like, oh wait, she's still that bitch. Wait a minute. Let me try again. Then they come with something else. And I'm still like, sitting pretty. Yeah, try again. You know what I mean? And it just teaches you in life that, yeah, the weapon is going to form, but it's not going to prosper. If you stay steady in your faith, and if you stay confident in yourself, because, baby, let me tell you, nobody, absolutely nobody is gonna believe in you the way how you would believe in yourself. Nobody. And even if you want to compare yourself to all the stars out there, all the celebrities, all the rich and famous, once upon a time nobody believed in them either, until they got rich. Then everybody wanted to be, you know, yeah, you. No. So always believe in yourself, and especially when you're going on dates. Especially when you're going on dates. Confidence is key, okay? We're in the stigma now that, you know, a woman has to look a certain type of way. Her body has to have a certain type of shape in order for a man to want her, let alone a high value man to want her. And you'll be surprised is how high value men, or any man in general nowadays, is going for the most ordinary woman you could ever find out there. Like, they're over it. So the thing about it is, when you look into it and you say like, okay, what's so special about her? Maybe it's her mind, maybe it's her personality, maybe it's the type of heart that she has. Because the one thing that life has taught me, man or woman, okay, it's not the amount of money that you have, it's the type of heart that you have that speaks for you. Because you have a lot of people out there that have money, but they're corrupt. They're horrible people at heart. Disgusting. Okay? Bitter. Okay? Just real, ugh. And therefore that's why you have a lot of relationships that don't even last, because you got the women that marry for money, you got the women that want, the luxurious lifestyle, want to be spoiled, want that princess treatment that everybody's talking about. But then when reality kicks in, like, yeah, you gonna get that good lifestyle, but what comes behind it? A mean jerk, a disrespectful man that has no morals, that thinks he could buy you, she's out. So my whole point is, with dating and your close circle, you want to pay attention to people and their character, not what they have. Because society has built up this thing where, like, oh, if you don't have a house by this age, and if you don't have a certain amount of income, and it's just a whole bunch of BS that it really makes me wonder. Like, it's mental slavery. That's what it is. It's mental slavery, and that's why a lot of us are out here feeling depressed. A lot of us out here are suffering from anxiety without even noticing it, because we wake up day to day thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm failing at life. Because every time you turn on your Instagram, or every time you turn on whatever social media platform you use, it's somebody trying to floss what they accomplished in their life. And it's like, yeah, be happy for the next person's growth, but why are you using the next person's growth to beat yourself up about what you haven't accomplished yet? Remember, none of us know the future. I'm gonna de-cleanse my face with this. This is my Neutrogena foaming scrub. None of us know the future. And the one thing I've learned in life, well, I guess I learned a lot of things at this point. I learned that never let your circumstances define your future, because tomorrow is promised to none of us, and we don't know what our tomorrow is going to be like. You have some people that wake up and say, okay, today's gonna be the day, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and just because they didn't get to accomplish like one thing out of their goal for the day, they give up entirely for the rest of the year and just say screw it. But it's like, if you had just hanged in there, if you had just said, okay, that's one more thing off my list, I'll try something else tomorrow, or let me go try that again tomorrow, you would have accomplished it. You would have accomplished it. Like, life is so weird. Like, you just have to have the will and the determination, and you eventually will get to where you want to be. It's never going to happen overnight. And even if it does happen overnight, be mindful. Be worried. Because all good things comes to those who wait. And you ever see those overnight sensations where they just get famous and rich overnight, and they end up losing it all by next year, or they end up committing suicide by the next following week? Because guess what? They took a shortcut. So taking shortcuts is not even worth it. It's not worth it, sis. Trying to marry into money is not worth it. Get your own bag. Because you don't even know what these men did before they met you to get to where they're at, to have what they have. You don't know what you're walking into. I was watching a story about this woman. We all know who she is. She's the wife of a very famous comedian. And apparently her ex-husband was a drug lord, billion-dollar drug lord, but she didn't know, because I guess she got caught up in the lifestyle, had some kids with him, until FBI raided her house. She was up and out of there. But it's like, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to show you, like, everything that you want in life, you could have it, but go about it with balance. Don't pressure yourself. Don't stress yourself out. Relax. And if you believe in manifestation, the power of manifestation, universal attraction, then you'll realize that, like, once you speak things into existence, it eventually will find you. It will find you. I'm talking too much. I need to get ready. Yeah. It'll find you. So just relax. Take it day to day. The most you can do to sustain yourself in this day and age is to just stimulate your mind as much as possible. Don't think about the worst things anymore. Focus on the good. Focus on, okay, what can I do today to add to my life or my kids' life that will make me feel proud before the day is over? Or even if you don't have any kids, think about somebody that you just respect and love so much, and you know that deep down, no matter how much they betray you, no matter how much they screw you over and just make you feel like a complete idiot for being around them, you love them anyway, to your heart, to your soul. Think about that one person and just say, you know what, I'm gonna be considerate and do something for that person, because I know at the end of the day, when I go to sleep at night, my heart is not feeling burdened, and I could go to bed feeling proud. And God forbid, if that's my last breath, I did something good for somebody else for the day. Because believe you me, blessings, they come in many forms. Blessings come in many forms. But I truly believe that if you want to see the magnitude of your blessings, you have to plant the seed from early. Like, don't wait till the appointed time to plant your seed and say, okay, you know what, I'm good, so now I'm gonna make sure somebody I care about is good. No, care about somebody even when you're at your worst. Do something out of your way for somebody even when you're down on your face, because guess what, the strength and the courage that it takes to do that is gonna magnify your blessings even more, because you're exuding selflessness, you're exuding humility, and that's what the world lacks nowadays. And if you're a believer in God, you know that God likes it when you are not selfish. Because here's the thing, he will want to bless you 10 times more, because he sees that when he does uplift you in life and when he does bless you, you will have no problem blessing others. But the whole point of riches is not to be selfish with it. It's to help others in whatever way you see fit. That's why when you're choosing the type of guy you want to date, I mean, to each his own, but at least choose somebody that can exemplify some type of humility. Talk to them, get to know them, see where their head is at. Because like I said, he may be able to buy you a Chanel purse, but what kind of man is he behind the scenes? What kind of man is he at heart? Who is he? Apart from looking good and having a good time with him, how is he gonna act when you do something to piss him off? How is he gonna act when things don't go his way in life and he's having a bad day? How is he gonna treat you then? You need to pay attention to stuff like that. And what I will say is, don't talk too much in the beginning. I know it sounds crazy, but in the beginning, when you're dating somebody, keep it light and sweet, girl. Because these men, girl, these men, you know, they can be so judgmental nowadays because they had somebody that did them wrong. And so, of course, you have to bear the burden for that person or whatever the case may be. And I'm not saying be a fraud. I'm just saying keep it light and sweet. You don't have to explain your whole life story right off the bat because he surely isn't. He's not gonna sit there and tell you every detail, in explicit detail, about what he's been through and what he has going on. He's not. He's just not, because he doesn't want to turn you off, and he doesn't know if you're somebody that even makes sense for him to entertain at the moment. And that's the problem with dating. Like, just having to get to know people over and over and over again is draining. It's draining. And that's why a lot of my sisters out there, including you that's watching, gets fed up with the dating scene and just rather be single, because it's like, you know, you don't want your time wasted. It's like so disappointing to know that you think you found somebody that makes sense, and then you start to try with that person. You start to spend time with them, spend money on him, you know, introduce him to your loved ones, and it starts to get real deep. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, there's a big breakup. You both mutually decide to go your separate ways, and it's like, okay, I did all of that for nothing. I got my hopes up for nothing. And then you're filled with anxiety again, because deep down you're thinking to yourself as a woman, like, dang, I just upped my body count for nothing. You can't tell me that's not what goes through your mind. Like, I'm stuttering. You cannot tell me that's what goes through my mind. I'm like, I'm not willing to up my body count for you. I'm just sorry. I made myself a promise, and that's just me. Like I said, to each his own. And if a man is gonna look at a woman and say, oh, she come off as a hoe, or she come off as a gold digger, then he's not a man. Because any man in his right mind knows that it don't, listen, you as the man, you the one who asked for her number. You as the man, you the one who went and, you know, wanted to date her. So you picked her. So if she's not up to par for your liking, that's your fault. Cause you have a lack of judgment. So that's his fault. It doesn't mean that you're not good enough. It doesn't mean that you're not sexy or you don't still got it going on. He's just dumb for real. He's just dumb for real, because like I said, any real man knows that whether you're just dating a woman or in a relationship, you're gonna have to spend money on her. It's a must. Like, there's no way around it. So for you to try to say a woman is a gold digger off rip, girl, just let him go with a smile, because he is not it. He's not a real man. He's not. Real men, I'll tell you, real men don't care about none of that. Because they understand that as they get to know you, as they spend time with you, they'll be able to figure out if you're a good pick for them. But in the meantime, for time's sake, he's gonna provide for you. He's gonna take care of you. He's gonna make sure that you're comfortable, because that's the only way for him to show you that he's serious about you. Like, what else can he do? He can't just go get up and buy you a house. You're not married. You're not engaged. It's not a serious relationship yet. But then when it gets serious, then he can consider doing stuff like that. So I guess at the end of the day, it just boils down to you as a woman gotta know how and when men are supposed to do certain things. That's what it boils down to. Because I see a lot of men complaining that, you know, they just meet a woman today and she's like, oh, can you pay my rent? Oh, can you pay my credit card bill? These men are not having it. They are pissed. Can you pay this? Can you pay that? And then you guys ask at the end of the month when you know he has bills too. What if he has kids from a previous relationship? What if he has multiple estates? What if he has a business to run? You know, he got payroll. He has payroll and all this other stuff. And you're asking at the wrong time. So you just gotta know as a woman when to ask for help and how to ask. Cause you have some women out there too, like, well, if you don't pay my bills, I don't want you cause you're a bum. Or you'll just randomly text the guy like, hey, I need $600, can you? He's gonna be like, what the hell you take me for, girl? You gotta know how to ask for money, guys. And maybe I'll teach you that in another video, but don't be so easily depressed. Like, I see a lot of women just sad. Like, just, I don't get it. Like, why are you so upset? Like, what's the matter? Like, if a man is not giving you attention, it's not the end of the world. You are enough for the right person. So they say rejection is protection. Yeah, it is. Because first of all, why would you, as a woman, if you claim that you're the prize, why would you want to go out of your way to get a man's attention? Like, you gotta know how to balance it out. You can't present yourself to a man as if you're everything, but then lower your standards at the same time. You're chasing him, you're begging him for attention, you're begging him to do things for you financially, you're begging him to include you in his life. Like, girl, you just presented yourself to this man like you're the prize. Like, get with it, stay with it. Just like I said in the last video, stand on your talk and walk that walk. If you are the prize, then act like it. Act like it. Down to the very last moment. Every time you see this man, every time you talk to this man, you better represent how you want him to treat you and how you want him to see you in his eyes. Because the minute you drop the ball, that's it. That is it for you, sweetheart. I'm telling you. I promise you, that's it. And don't get too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. Unless he comes to you and says, you know what, I want to take things serious. Don't get too comfortable. Don't assume just because you're doing certain things for him and to him that he's your man. No, because that's where the disappointment comes from. Ooh, girl. I thought that I brushed out this hair last night. I guess I didn't, and I can't find my... This thing is not working. It's not working at all. How do you guys do your wig maintenance? I need to go watch some videos on it. Or what products is good? Comment down below, please. Because this is not it. What was I saying? Yeah. And, ooh, this is embarrassing, girl. What is up with this wig today? Not today. Not today. I got a lunch date. Come on, we gotta get it together. Get it together. I think that's better. Okay, so yeah. You know, be mindful of a lot of stuff. Because once you just pay attention, you'll save yourself from a lot of disappointment. A lot of disappointment. A lot of disappointment. A lot. Like, I don't know what is going on. I keep saying that. I don't know what's going on in society where women just feel so lonely and men are just taking advantage of that. Clearly, like, why do you feel so alone? You are enough. You were born alone, and sad to say, you're gonna die alone. You gotta be able to keep your own company. You gotta be able to understand that you are the total package. And any man that comes in your life that wants to be with you and share life with you is gonna have to understand that he is a total package too. Because believe it or not, you have a lot of men out there, they don't understand their worth. They don't. They think that as long as they are a provider, that they're a man. They don't understand themselves. Like, they never took the chance to really sit down and look in the mirror and say, okay, I'm this type of man. I don't like when a woman does this, and I like when a woman does that. They don't know. They don't know their favorite color. They don't know where they see themselves 10 years from now. Like, you have some men out there that have not taken a moment to really find themselves. And then they go and seek women that are desperate. Like, I'm just going to call it what it is. And they waste your time. And then you end up mad at the world, but really you should be mad at yourself, because if you understood that you were the whole package, and if you entertained a man that understood he was the whole package too, it would have never went down like that. Never went down like that, because as I said in the beginning, confidence is key. Confidence is one hell of a thing. You gotta be sure of yourself, girl. If you are a overly sexual human being, stand on it. Because just because you're oversexual doesn't mean that you're a hoe. It doesn't mean that. If you are a woman that is independent and proud, super proud, stand on it. Because the one thing men respond to is respect. They don't respond to all that vulnerable crap. They respond to respect. So if they see you respecting yourself and respecting him and presenting yourself with respect, meaning you understand who you are as a woman and what you quote unquote bring to the table, he would appreciate you more and want to spoil you more, because then he'll say like, dang, a woman like her is hard to find. These women out here are lost, and she's just so sure of herself. I'm telling you, these men get like turned on by a confident woman. Turn on. And any type of man that gets turned off by a confident woman is because he has some insecurities that He didn't iron out yet. And it doesn't mean that he's not a man. It just means that you have to be willing to work on that with him if you truly want to be with him. I've had relationships where I've had to sit back and like calm down that whole independent thing and say, okay, let me take that off and present myself to him in a caring manner, excuse me, and let him feel comfortable. Because sometimes, ladies, let's just be real here, okay? Let's just be real. Since the beginning of time, men have worn the pressure of, excuse me, why can't I talk today? Have worn the pressure of being the provider. It's even in the Bible. Back then, if they didn't have cattle and sheep, they were not considered a man. They had to have something to offer a woman to provide for her, okay? Even now is magnified 10 times 1,000 more. If a man cannot provide for a woman a certain kind of way, he's not a man. And so therefore, when you come in with this, oh, I got my own bag, I could do for myself, I don't need you. Some men really and truly are intimidated by that. They don't know what to do with that. They have no clue what to do with that. It's just like, okay, well, she doesn't need me. So what am I doing with a woman that don't need me? You know, and that's why a lot of relationships are like not lasting, because women are on the come up. Women are getting out of that funk and realizing who they are and who they want to be. And they're getting that bag, and these men are just so like lost. They're like, what the hell am I gonna do with her? Because I love her, but I know that I can't just give her sex. What is that to give a woman? Sex is nothing. Sex is the bare minimum. And if I can't buy her this and do this for her, if she never calls me and say, hey honey, I need help with this, or I need you, I'm having a hard day, you know, he's gonna be like, well, okay, let's just be cool, let's just be friends, because I don't know what to do with you. And that's just real. He's not gonna know what to do with you. So I see that there's this stigma where men are like, the women are masculine now. The women are ill. Like they're doing too much. They're taking out their own trash. They're cutting their own grass. The men are disgusted, right? And so the women counteract that with soft girl era princess treatment. And it's just like really, did it really take for the men to have an uproar for women to realize that you're supposed to stay in your soft femininity regardless of your independence? Like, really? How did we get there? Like, how? Being independent, nobody ever came on Jesus's internet and said that being independent means that you're now this tough woman and you don't know how to be sensual and sweet and loving. Where did you guys get that from? So even in that capacity with dating, there's levels to it. There's levels to everything in life, but really and truly, that femininity, that soft girl era, that princess treatment, it all aligns with dating. All aligns. And ladies, get it together. Please get it together. These men do want to spoil. These men do want to give you that princess treatment, but if you're just gonna come off bat like, I'm looking for a real man, a man to pay my bills, a man to take care of me, a man this, a man that. As a matter of fact, my rent is due. And you just met him. Like, you just met him, not even a month. Like, relax. I would be scared too. Relax. I would walk far away from you. I wouldn't even respond to your text message. That's why these men ghost some of us. Relax. It'll get there. It will get there. Especially if you drop it on them. Okay? If you give him some, and he is blown away by it, girl, you don't have to ask. You don't have to ask. He's gonna be in this mood where he's gonna be like, ooh, she bad. I like her. I wanna do something nice for her. I wanna spoil her. That's all it took, was for you to relax. Relax, stay in the moment. Be a woman. Be a woman. I didn't do my eyebrows. I'm running out of time. Be a woman, relax. It will all flow if you just relax. Some of us women, our standards are like way too ridiculous. Like, really. And sometimes I wonder, like, do women ever take a moment to say, like, okay, I have a son. Like, would I want somebody to treat my son like that? Would I want somebody's daughter to treat my son like that? Or how would I want a woman to treat my son? Like, you know, karma is real. Regardless if you're a religious person or not, karma is real, and she is okay. She is. So I don't know about you, sis, but I think about stuff like that, and I try to tread lightly. You know, I'm not gonna put up with certain things, and I'm sure neither are you, but just be mindful. Like, you know, what goes around definitely comes back around. It comes back around full circle. And, you know, that saying that when you dig a pit for somebody, you end up falling into that pit. Yep. It's real. Guys, I'm still learning how to do my brows. Sometimes I do the other one bigger than the other one, and I really don't care because the concealer gets rid of it anyway. But I like it. My outfit, I think my outfit is perfect. Like, my outfit is like, you gonna see, or you see it on the thumbnail. It's like what you call those things? Like a bralette, like a lingerie type top, and I have like this business flare skirt that I'm gonna wear with it, and some heels. And we're gonna do a simple makeup. We're gonna do real simple makeup because you don't want to do too much. I was wearing like a natural beat when I met him, so I'm gonna keep it natural because technically I guess that's what attracted him to me, is because I had on natural makeup. So ladies, you know, you gotta pay attention, sis. Okay, pay attention. When a man tries to get your attention, ask yourself, okay, what did I do? What did I do to get his attention? Like, was it the way I was talking to him? Was it the way I was walking? Was it the way I was dressed? Like, figure it out, girl. Because I promise you, like, I can't stress this enough. If women just pay attention, you won't be that hurt. You won't be devastated. And you won't be second guessing whether this man is into you or not, or if he's just playing games with you. You would not be second guessing nothing. Take your time, sis. Because one thing about it, what's meant to be will be. And I have proven that many times. There's times where I was in a specific situation. Let's just call it a situation. And we didn't argue and we didn't break up, but I just took a step back. Like, I just took a step back and said, you know what? What's meant to be will be. Like, I'm not gonna force it, because you know, sometimes as a woman we go through this phase where it's like we want to be reassured, we want to be validated that the person cares as much as we do. But men are not emotional like us. Like, they care, and the type of response that we look for from a man, we don't get it. So we often think like, oh, he just doesn't care about me, he's not in love with me. So I was in that phase and I just took a step back, like, all right, I'm not gonna argue, I'm not gonna text you these long messages pouring out my heart, I'm not gonna be blowing up his phone, I'm not gonna pop up at his crib, I'm not gonna do none of that. I'm just gonna take a step back. And literally I took a step back. Like, he would text me here and there, like, hey babe, what you doing? And I would reply, but I would keep it light and sweet. Light and sweet, just until he realized. And see, that's when you're gonna know if he's truly into you. If he doesn't realize that you took a step back from him, then no, you're not it. You're not it. Or if he does know that you took a step back, like your energy is off, and he notices it, and he still don't care, that's how you know he don't love you. Like, you don't even have to question it no more. He don't love you. Because a man that loves you and a man that is into you like that, he pays attention to your energy, your attitude, everything. He's trying to read you constantly. I'm telling you. It's like in his mind, it's like I guess a game of chess in his mind, or checkers. Because remember, men are competitive. Men want to know that when they're in your life, that they're the only one that could do it for you. They don't want to consider the fact that you have a side man that could beat them at their game at any time, that could take you away. Because in his mind, he's like, nah, I'll put it down, I treat her good, she's happy. So in order for him to know those things, he has to pay attention to you, right? So it's just like regular common sense, I guess. Don't assume things. Just let things play out and pay attention. And don't ever beg a man to show his affection to you. Don't beg him to buy you roses. Don't beg him to marry you. Don't beg him for none of that. Sorry, someone's texting me. Don't. Like, you could put it in the atmosphere, but just let it stay at that. So I'm gonna finish up this makeup and get dressed. Hold on, guys, I'll be right back. All right, loves, so this is what I'm wearing. Not too much. And this is the skirt. It has a split. I'm not sure if I want to stick with the skirt because I don't know. Oh, excuse the shower cap. I took a quick shower. So the skirt is giving. Ooh, this is cute. light because it's very hot outside and you don't want a strong scent on top of possible sweat. I don't even know if I sweat. Do I sweat? I don't know, but this is what we're working with. I don't know if you guys can see. It's like shorts in the back and ooh, gonna put on my jewelry. Ooh. This is a feng shui bracelet. I absolutely adore it. Like, I gotta tell you guys about it more later, but I gotta go. So, just took a quick shower, so we gotta... Where's my heels? Hold on, BRB. Hi, baby. I'm so excited for this date.